Seligman. So, according to Seligman, the classification is very quite different. He has classified the public revenue into three types. That is basically contractual public revenue, compulsory public revenue, and gratuitous public revenue. So, what is the basic difference? These three types we will discuss. The first one is nothing but the contractual. That means it is going to be based on the contracts of the person. For example, the amount on the land, the amount from the industrial sources. That is basically depends upon the contracts of the people. And the next one is nothing but the compulsory. Compulsory means here it is to be compulsorily paid by the person without any kind of the relaxation. That is the compulsory kind of the revenue. And gratuitous is one of the kind of revenue. It is just nothing but in the form of the gifts, in the form of the charities. For example, one of the rich people are going to provide the gifts and other type of assets to the government voluntarily. That is nothing but calling as the gratuitous tax or gratuitous revenue to the government. But this type of revenue have lost its relevance overall the world also. It is also in some less quantity if we are going to see in these days also. So this is the basic classification of the Seligman. So after that, Taylor's classification is there. So Taylor's classification is one of the most scientific classification. It is based on the rationality also. So he is going to divide the total public revenue into three categories. One is the administrative revenue, commercial revenue, grants and gifts. So the name it denotes that because of its administrative activities going to be done to the people, the government is going to collect the amounts from the people. That is nothing but calling as the administrative revenue. For example, if you take, it is going to provide the licenses to the people. On that license, it is going to collect the license fees. Like this, it is considered as the administrative revenue. And next one is nothing but the commercial revenue. Under commercial revenue, the public sector organizations or undertakings are going to produce something and they are going to exchange them for the price. That is nothing but calling as the public commercial revenue or public sector revenue. For example, if you see the Indian Oil Corporation is there, BSNL is there. They are the public sector undertakings. They are going to produce the things and they are going to exchange them for price. that is nothing but calling as the commercial revenue. And the third one is nothing but the grants and gifts. As you know that these are not going to be particularly mentioned because they are the grants just given by one authority to other one. For example, in our India, central government is going to provide the grants to the state governments. State governments provide the grants to the local self-governments. And gifts are the generally transfer payments. There is no question of the return contribution as like of the administrative revenue. In this manner, there are these different types of classifications are there. So according to their aspect, according to their opinion, different economists have been classified these kinds of revenues also. But nowadays, whatever it may be, the public revenue has been most considered one of the most important aspect under the subject concept of the public finance also. Because as the modern states become welfare states, their activities are going to be increasing, enhancing day by day. To done all those things, they must and should develop their sources of incomes also. So whatever the classification it may be, basically the government is going to get its revenue from two different main sources. One is nothing but calling as the tax income. The next one is nothing but the non-tax income. So it is very simple to understand that tax income is nothing but from the taxes. Non-tax income is nothing but from the non-taxes, that is other than taxes. So under tax income, there are again two types of taxes are there. One is nothing but the direct taxes. The other one is nothing but the indirect taxes. And here also there is a wide variety of opinions are expressed by the economist. What is the basic difference between the direct tax as well as a indirect tax? So here we know that direct tax is directly paid by the person. It is not able to be transferable. So here two things when you considered, one is the incidence of the tax, next one is the impact of the tax. Incidence means on whom the tax is incidenced. That is the incidence. For example, if you take the tax is incidenced on me, that means directly it is on me. If I am going to pay, that is impact is also on me. If I try to transfer that impact to other person, the impact is going to be on other person. In this manner, here when you are going to understand the two concepts, what is direct tax, what is indirect tax, you to know about the basic theme of incidence as well as the impact. If incidence and impact is borne by the same person, then that is considered as the direct tax. For example, income tax is there, wealth tax is there, corporation tax is there. That means on whom the incidence is there, that is going to be paid or borne by that particular person only. Whereas in case of indirect taxes, the imposition on one person and the payment is by other person. That means incidence on one person, impact is going to be transferred to other person. If that thing is going to be there, then such taxes are going to be called as the indirect taxes. This is the basic difference, but there was no unanimous agreement among the economists. Someone defined in one manner, others defined in another manner. So whatever it may be, the main popular aspect or difference to explain the direct indirect taxes is to taking account of the incidence as well as the impact only. So whenever the person is going to pay the direct tax, he is directly related to the government. No one is going to be interpreted. Whereas in case of in indirect tax relationship, there is the existence of the indirect relationship. For example, sales tax is there as well as production tax is there. You are going to see in whenever you are going to take one good from the grocery shop, that is inclusive of taxes, maximum retail price inclusive of taxes. That means here what the producer is doing, he is not going to pay, he is transferring the taxes to the another person. So here the person who is paying the tax is not going to directly related to the government. In this manner, in direct tax, there will be the direct relationship. In case of indirect tax, there will be the indirect relationship going to be existed. So whatever it may be, these two are the famous types of taxes. One is the direct one and the other one is the indirect one. So where directly paid by the people, the next category is the indirectly paid by the people. So we will discuss one by one now related concepts of these taxes. First, we will take about the concept of direct taxes. Direct taxes are popular taxes. In every country, direct taxes are going to be there. Out of them, income tax is nothing but one of the well-known tax also. In the worldwide, it got the prominence, popularity. No, every country is going to be levying the or imposing the tax on the earned income of the people also. Like that, it is nothing but the individual tax also, because individual has to pay on his own earned incomes also. Like that only, there will be corporation tax is there. It is going to be levied on the incomes of that particular corporation. How much tax it is going to pay, show the ability of the tax, show the turnover of that tax also. Like that, there are gift taxes are there, like that land revenues are there. These are all comes under the form of the direct tax. So when you consider about these direct taxes, here you to know about the basic merits of the direct taxes. What is the merit? How they are become good? We are saying that direct taxes are very popular. They are very convenient. They are very good. We are saying by seeing the merits, we can say all these things also. So direct taxes are going to be possess few things, few merits. That is nothing but the equitable. It is one of the basic concept. That means direct taxes are going to be take care of the concept of equality, or one of the major canon of taxation, that is the equality, is to be followed by the direct taxes. So that only these are one of the merit of the taxes. Generally, these are going to be progressive in nature. As the income is increasing, the tax burden on the person is also increasing. If the income is not increasing, the no income person is there, then there is no income tax according to the policies of the government. That is to be mentioned in every budget of the government also. That means huge income person is going to pay huge taxes. Less income person is going to pay the lesser taxes. So that only these taxes or direct taxes are can be said that they are following the concept of the equality or equity also. Not only that, these are one of the major taxes in the hands of the government to reduce the inequalities among the people also. And the next one is that certainty. Certainty is also other type of the important to canon or principle of the taxation. What is certainty or certain? Certainty is nothing but how much amount is to be paid by the taxpayer regarding his income is going to be known by himself very well. That is nothing but the certainty. That is the basic aspect. Not only that, at what particular time he is going to pay, how much of amount is going to pay, he known very well. That is nothing but the concept of the certainty. Not only on part of the taxpayer, but also on part of the government also know about the income related to the direct taxes, how much it is levying or imposing, how much it can have a chance of total amount at a particular period of time. So that is the basic concept of the certainty. So this is the second merit of the direct tax also. And the third one is that economical. Economical means they are follow the canon of taxes, that is, their economic aspects are very less. That is the basic concept. Economic aspects means as they are very directly collected by the authorities, there is no other huge expenditures are not going to incur to collect them from the taxpayers. That is nothing but calling as the economical. There is no need of huge number of the substaff to calculate, to maintain the records and other things, so that there is no more basic expenditure, just it required the things whichever are needed to collect them, so that only these taxes are considered as economical in point of view of the government, because they can easily collectible without any additional staff also. This is the basic concept. And the next one is that elastic. Elastic means the nature of increase and decrease. That means whenever it is required, the government increase the rate of tax. Whenever it is required, the government is able to decrease the rate of tax also. Not only that, it can maintain the same rate of tax also for every academic year. There is no change. That is nothing but calling as the basic concept of the elasticity or elastic. So they are very flexible. This elastic or elasticity is also one of the canons of the taxation. And at the time of war or emergency or any calamities, the tax rate can be increased, and at the time of normal aspects, it can decrease also, especially when the government wants to decrease at the time of the recession. Recession means lack of production. To encourage the production, it wanted to reduce the taxes from the people. So such instances, as because of elasticity, the government can reduce the taxes also. And like that, direct taxes are very simple, very easy to understand. As how they are increasing, how they are decreasing, we can understand by seeing the rates of taxes, so that we can say that it is one of the good merit also. And like that only, price stability. You know that price stability is one of the basic responsibility of the government. RBI and government always try to control the money supply in economy and accordingly reduce the supply of money or increase the supply of money and try to stabilize the prices in the economy. So here these taxes are very helpful or useful to the government to stabilize the prices in the economy. That is, whenever inflation is there, inflation is nothing but the increase of more prices, continuous persistent increase in the prices of goods and services. Why they are increasing? Because of the demand. Why demand is created? Because of the high disposable income. To reduce the disposable income of the people, the government has to increase the price, increase the taxes. So when taxes are increased, disposable income decreases. When disposable income decreases, automatically demand decreases, automatically inflation is going to be controlled. In this manner, for price stability, economic stability, these direct taxes are one of the basic tools or weapons in the hands of the economist also. Not only that, these are going to reduce the inequalities in the economy. Highly earned income people are going to pay high taxes, and less earned income people are going to pay less taxes. That means through this weapon, government wanted to reduce income inequalities, or it may trying to get the equalization in the economy. Not only that, highly income people taxes whichever are collected by the government going to use for the welfare of the people, creating facilities to the people. In this manner, inequalities are going to be reduced by the act of government. This is one of the another merit of direct taxes. And not only that, this create the civic consciousness also. That means awareness among the people. It inculcate the awareness among the taxpayers that we are paying the tax to the government, and what the government is taking care of them. Such type of expenditure, welfare activities are going to be checked by the taxpayers also. If such civic consciousness is not there, awareness is not there, there is a chance for wasteful expenditure by the government. So it can check the expenditure pattern of the government because of the civic sense or awareness related to the aspects of expenditure. So this is all about the basic measures, merits of the direct taxes. They are following the canons of equity or equality. They are certain in their nature. They are elastic in nature. They are economical in their nature. They are very simple. They reduce the income inequalities. They have a chance to create the economic stability by price stability, by reducing the inflation in the economy. They create the civic consciousness or general awareness among the people. So these are basically considered as the merits of the direct taxes. Even though these many types of merits are there, few demerits are also attached to these direct taxes. Especially these direct taxes are have a chance of evasion. That means the taxpayer can have a chance to totally escape or reduce their burden of tax. As he is paying, he is going to bribe the income tax people or other official people and have a chance to evade the payment of the taxes also. So this is one of the basic dishonesty related towards to their government, but few people to decrease their burden, they are going to follow these kinds of methods. And not only that, savings and investments are going to play an important role in the capital formation of a country. But especially these direct taxes are going to reduce the concepts of the savings, reduce the concepts of the investment also. Because whenever incomes are more, there is a chance for saving. But explicitly, externally, people know that on earned income, they are to pay the income taxes, so that they are not going to be encouraged to earn the income that much level, so that only there may be a chance of discouragement of the savings also. Whenever savings are going to be reduced, that automatically show the impact on the investment also, because savings nothing but the investments of the country. So this is one of the major demerit of the direct taxes also. And somewhere these are popular, somehow these are unpopular, because these are going to pinch the taxpayers' psychological aspect. Oh, that much amount I am going to pay. Like this, pinchings are going to be arised among the taxpayers, so that in view of the taxpayer, even though he is paying as they are the compulsory contributions to the government, in view of the taxpayer, they are become the unpopular. This is one of the basic disadvantage also. And they are also going to be create the corruption, dishonesty among the society. As I told you, to evade the taxes, to reduce the tax burden, they are going to influence the taxation people, taxation authorities, and they try to discourage them and reduce the amount of the taxes also. In this manner, they are one of the basic demerits. So how they are having the merits? On one angle, they possess all these demerits also. So this is all about the basic concepts of the merits and demerits of the direct taxes. So remember that direct taxes are nothing but incidence and impact on the same person. They are progressive in nature. Taxes are compulsory contribution to the government. There is no question of quid pro quo. That means I done this thing for you, what you will done for me. That is the concept of the quid pro quo. Without seeing anything, compulsorily contributed by every individual person towards to the government. So this is all about the basic aspect of the direct taxes. And the next concept is nothing but the indirect taxes. What is indirect tax? Just now we studied that incidence is on one person, impact is on another person, or those taxes which can be transferable from burden of taxation from one person to the other person is generally considered as the indirect taxes. There are many varieties of indirect taxes are also there. These are one of the important taxes, revenue sources to the government of India also. For example, sales tax is there, VAT is there. So these are generally considered as the basic concept of the important indirect taxes. So after that one, okay, just now I read your message that related to important PDF. I try to gather them, all these related aspects, as soon as I will send you. Okay, no problem. The next aspect is related to the indirect taxes. So, like direct taxes, indirect taxes also, there will be few merits are there as well as the few demerits are also there. Basically, indirect taxes are generally, they are very less inconvenient and less burdensome. Because less inconvenient because they are going to be paid only whenever he is going to use that particular commodity. For example, as of a sales tax, if I am going to purchase a particular electronic gadget, then only I have to pay the tax. Otherwise, I am not be intended to that one. In this manner, this is basically one of the concept of less burdensome. So that only this is one of the merit. Not only that, they are also very small amounts, and not only that, they are going to be included in the cost of price of the good also. So we automatically going to pay them without knowing how much payment we are going to done to particular purpose. This is the basic merit of the indirect tax. For example, in case of direct tax, it is to be directly paid without any transaction done by the particular individual person based on his income. But in case of this indirect tax, that activity is not there. Who is going to purchase, utilize, or that particular unit, he is going to pay. Others no need to pay. Like that only, it is going to be included in the price. So automatically, without anything knowing the percentage of the tax we are going to pay to the particular producer. That is nothing but calling as the indirect tax merit. That is, these are the convenient. And indirect taxes are having wide coverages. That means they are going to be paid by the different levels of people in different ways also. They are going to be imposed on the necessary goods. They are going to be imposed on the comfort goods. They are going to be imposed on the luxury goods also, because they are going to be cover wide range of the people. So the coverage of indirect taxes is very wide. But here I am not going to mention that on that how they are going to be imposed. For example, on luxuries, they are very huge in its nature. On necessary goods, they are very less in its nature. That is other thing, but they are going to be imposed on every good. So they are having the wide coverage also. Indirect taxes also elastic in nature. Whenever the government wanted to increase them, it can be increased, like excise duties are there, custom duties are there. Custom duties are going to be levied on the imports and exports. Excise duties are going to be levied on the production process. So those to be either increased or decreased according to the existing nature of the economy, so that there will be a chance of elasticity also. And they have a chance of economical sense, economic concept also, because they are going to be not directly collected by the people. They are going to be included. They are going to be included on the existing prices by the producers. So there is no wide variety of arrangements for the collection of the indirect taxes also. Producers, sellers are going to be deposit them with the government. It is one of the basic economical merit, as well as there is a chance for less evasion. We said that direct taxes are going to be evaded or escaped by the people easily. But in case of indirect taxes, such evasion is almost all not possible. Producer can transfer, but he cannot avoid. As like of seller is also, if he wanted to buy means he cannot. He wanted to purchase means he cannot avoid. So that in case of indirect taxes, there is a chance of less evasion is going to be there. And the most important merit related to these indirect taxes is nothing but it is going to check the consumption of harmful goods. It is one of the basic merit. For example, the goods which are going to be injurious to health, like cigarettes and other intoxicating drugs are there, those are considered as the harmful goods. So to reduce their activity or to reduce their consumption of such articles, government is going to impose the more duties, so that the prices of such goods are going to be increased, so that there is a chance of reduction in the consumption of the quantity of such goods also. So that by increasing we can reduce. By decreasing, we can increase. That is the basic thing. So in this manner, government is going to have a chance to protect the economy with all these aspects also. For example, when implementing its economic policies by the government, by imposing the more more price on the foreign goods, it can reduce the foreign goods consumption so that domestic industries are going to be protected. In this manner, government is going to be encouraged the priority industries on priority basis also. So these are all the basic concepts of the merits related to the indirect goods or indirect taxes also. But at the same time, these taxes are also having some kind of demerits, that is disadvantages. Basically, these are create the uncertain revenue, because when the revenue will come, how much the revenue will come did not known by the government. Just it is going to anticipate, but it cannot say particular time, particular amount also. So that there may be a chance. Not only that, if government wanted to increase its revenue, it is going to levy the heavy taxes. The consumption is going to be decreased because of the increase in the prices also. So this is one of the basic concept. In this manner, these taxes are also going to show the adverse effect on the production as well as the employment also. Because when the prices of commodity increases because of the levy of a tax on that particular item, automatically demand is going to be reduces. When demand decreases, automatically production falls. When production falls, automatically employees are relieved. So it creates the unemployment situation in the economy. This is one of the basic aspect. Not only that, few of the economists thought that indirect taxes are going to act as a fuel to the inflation. For example, if you take the basic aspect, whenever taxes are going to be imposed, prices are increasing. That is nothing but calling as the inflation. So imposition of taxes tends to raise the prices of the goods and services, so that high costs are going to incur. This leads to the higher wages and higher prices. In this manner, there will be a one spiral activity is going to be worked out. That is basically because of high taxes, prices are going to increases. As price increase is nothing but the inflation. So by seeing that one inflation, the workers will demand for more wages. So that leads to the increase in the wages. In this manner, one circular activity, whether it may be disadvantageous, are going to be taken place. In this manner, these are all the basic aspects of the demerits as well as the merits of the indirect taxes as well as the direct taxes also. So this is all about the basic part of your topic, today's topic. What is today's topic? Today's topic is nothing but the public revenue. Public revenue is of two types. That means government receive the revenue from two aspects. One is the direct tax, other one is the indirect tax. In our today's class, we discussed about the basic concepts of the direct tax, and few things are there like GST and other issues, and types of taxes, and other than taxes. That means other than tax revenues to the government. This will be discussed in our tomorrow's class. Okay. Thank you one and all. We will meet again by tomorrow 1:30 through the same interface. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you.